Hi everyone, it's me, Julia Connell. I'm getting ready to go to work. I also believe it is irresponsible to put information out there that is not totally factual. This lowers your moral standards. This affects the whole community. People in the Scientology community are getting these awful emails, and I believe Scientology is trying to recruit them for a campaign of hate against Aaron Smith-Levin. And why do I see that? I don't necessarily agree with Nora. I don't necessarily agree with Liz Gale. We can learn to love one another and treat each other with respect, because I absolutely love Liz Gale. However, I don't appreciate that Scientology is trying to recruit Liz Gale and Nora to do a campaign of hate against Aaron Smith-Levin. And a voice down under, what you are doing is spreading misinformation. There's a lot more information that's going to come out in the trial for Aaron Smith-Levin. Why do you think he's got a legal defense fund? He is trying to raise money so that he can get a second lawyer. And one of the lawyers that he already has is top notch. I don't necessarily agree with the judge either. But however, I do not appreciate people who are sending this judge hate. She is just doing her job. I know people in the lawyer community. They are just doing their jobs. My brother, he works for the state of Delaware, and he's one of the top litigators in the state of Delaware. It's just a proven fact. He also worked as a public defender at one point in time. So he knows the ins and outs of the legal system. However, I don't want to see any more further division within the ex-Scientology community, because people need to understand, when they're on YouTube, for most people who are on YouTube and make it a career of their YouTube, that's how they pay their bills. This is how they pay their bills. I don't make any money off my videos. However, I have seen online hate campaigns going throughout all the chats. It's a proven fact, and a voice down under is one of them. I don't necessarily agree with what he is stating. There's also a pattern of behavior that is poor when you don't put out all the information. And certain creators don't put out all the information before they review all the facts. I do support the ex-Scientology community, because Scientology is a human trafficking cult. They have treated their members like crap. Even Aaron Smith-Levin said jail is better than the Sea Org. And I believe it, because they get 3 meals a day. And they have certain rest periods where they're allowed to rest. They're allowed to sleep all day if they wanted to sleep all day too. So the Sea Org is a horrible organization. They treat their members like crap. They only get paid $50 a week, if that. They're stockpiled into rooms where there's bunk beds stacked three high. Their personal belongings are searched once a week. They have a person that comes in and white gloves their communal things, and if they don't have it perfect, they get their freedoms taken away. Like, they literally only get 1 day a month off. And that's if they get all their work done. They don't get to sit out in the sunshine. They don't get to sit and do anything, because it's other fish to fry. Scientology is a harmful cult. They have destroyed families. They have stolen lives of loved ones. And I don't support anyone who is supportive of an organization that thinks it's okay to make family members disconnect from one another. This is a harmful religion, and it's not a religion. A true religion creates a valuable resource for communities. Scientology does not benefit the public at all. This is why their tax-exempt status should be taken away. And I speak my truth because I know it's true. I don't appreciate these emails floating around that want to hire ex-Scientologists to do the dirty work of OSA. OSA is a dirty tricks branch of Scientology. They hire private investigators to spy on all ex-Scientologists and anyone who's speaking out about the cult. It's a proven fact. Look at what has been happening with Christy Carnell Bixler. Her 2 dogs were poisoned by the hands of Scientology. She has been truly fair gamed. And it's happening more and more right now. People need to start becoming aware of the harmful cults that are in our country. Jehovah's Witness is another one. The Mormon Church is another one. There's so many cults in our country. The Zidians. The leader just got arrested in the summertime. And it's linked to 6 deaths. That cult. Scientology is linked to many deaths, including Aaron Smith Levin's brother, including Liz Gale's brother, including Lisa McPherson, including Whitney Mills, and several others. There are many children that were failed by the Church of Scientology. And what do I mean failed? In Scientology, the Church of Scientology doesn't believe that children are children. They believe that they are mortal spiritual beings. This is furthest from the truth. They are not Thetans. They are normal human beings. I don't necessarily question the adults that want to join, but when you bring a child into this harmful religion, it is very hurtful. The fact that Leah Remini told Serge Delmar she does not have a dog in the fight to help fight for children in the Church of Scientology, that should be a red flag right there. Leah Remini made millions off the backs of the ex-Scientologists who told her their stories on her series, Leah Remini in the Aftermath. We need to come together and start fighting the Church of Scientology because I think a lot of people have lost the plot. Scientology has targeted so many children. Flavio Lugli cannot even contact his mother, who's been searching for him and wanting to speak to him about his medical condition. Scientology does not give the care that they need to the Scientology members. It's a proven fact. And people's doubts are valid. And what people are talking about in their ex-Scientology experience is truthful. The ex-Scientology community needs to start coming together and just fight the Church of Scientology, because the Church of Scientology is harmful. It is absolutely harmful. My heart goes out to all ex-Scientologists who are trying to speak their truth about the harmful cult that is the Church of Scientology. I just want everyone to have a great day. The Church of Scientology is harmful. It has so many harmful practices. And it's L. Ron Hubbard policies. So that's why a lot of these Scientologists follow it. Scientology has been absolutely despicable. Scientology harmed the Jane Does and the Danny Masterson trial by fair gaming them, including forcing disconnection with Jane Doe 1's mother after she reported Danny Masterson to the police. It is a high crime to report any Scientology member who commits a crime to the police if you are a Scientologist. Scientology has trafficked children from state to state. Even Matt Pest said that there was a slush fund to remove the child's abuser out of the jurisdiction to cover up the crimes. To cover up the crimes that were committed against these children. Many children in the Scientology have been SA'd. And what I mean about SA'd, it means sexual assault. I support any person who comes forward who has been sexually assaulted. Because it takes a lot of courage. Because a lot of people out there feel that there is a stigmatism when you go and report it to the police. Because sometimes people don't necessarily believe them. The victims are hurt in this case. And it's not just the Jane Does that testified in Danny Masterson trial. There's 10 people that have come forward stated that Danny Masterson sexually assaulted them. 10. Lindsay Lohan was even one of them. So, we need to start being respectful of how we treat one another and be mindful of how we treat one another. Just be kind in your everyday life. Thank you and have a great day. Try to enjoy your family and friends. I'm getting ready for work. Have a great day. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. Thank you and have a great day.